Alright, y'all. Another day out here cruising Lady Bird. And if you remember last time, we launched way down at the end of the lake, back at a place called Festival Beach. And we sailed all the way down, and we sailed all the way down here, and then we stopped right where these white docks are up here, and had lunch and a beer. But today we launched just at the tip, kind of where the bend is, right before the I-35 crossover. So we've already got a good head start on it. And we're going to cruise down around the corner and try to make it to Barton like we talked before. So we'll see if we can do that. See how the winds are. Right now we're on a pretty nice run. I was seeing speeds of 5.5 knots, which really kind of impressed me. I don't actually know what hull speed is for this boat, but it's got to be like something right close to there. But anyways, little Shackleton Explorer's got, hey bud, it's got a new life jacket. Rough wear, kind of expensive, like $100, but I kind of like him. It fits him really good, and their stuff seems really well made. So anyways, that's Shackleton sporting this extra small rough wear. Alright guys, back to the sailing. Like a ship's cat perched up on the bows. So we're under the South Congress Bridge, and you guys see all that brown staining and streaking? Well, the sound that you're hearing might be a clue to what that is. But this is the largest bat colony in North America, in a city, in an urban environment. And apparently, I was wondering why it makes it so special. It's because apparently those cracks make a heck of a nice roost. So anyways, they're up there chirping away, and for guano reasons, I don't want to be hanging out here. Not my idea of fun, getting rained on. But anyways, I thought that was kind of neat, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So anyways, tally ho. This is quite an interesting place. Bridges are normally hard to get under because, like, the wind was going this way, and the prevailings are out of the south this way, but because they're hitting the buildings, I sailed through here, right about where all those kayaks are, catabatically, then I stalled about where these guys are. Now I'm back on a nice downwind. And the tricky part is I don't know how you guys can see it, but there's a whole bunch of water plants through this whole area. So hopefully they're not built up on the bottom, or I gotta pull my dagger board up, because it's one thing going downwind and having to pull it up, but it's another thing to I won't build tack coming back through, and it's gonna be, whew, man, I'm probably gonna have to paddle back through that section right here. About from that guy, he's about halfway through what I'm gonna have to paddle, unless I get a breeze like this. If I get a nice breeze, which out of the south, if I could catch it, and it's not all weird catabatic here, I could make it straight through on a reach, hopefully, for the most part. So we'll see how this goes. But anyways, we got some air, we're back moving, and bye-bye South Congress Bridge and your 1.5 million guano makers. Alright guys, oh, they're Mexican freetails, which weird thing was, I was like, I remember those because I sponsored one when I was a kid at Carlsbad Caverns. Well, I was doing a little internet research. Apparently the Brazilian bat, I don't remember that ever being there before. I thought it was Mexican freetail when I was a kid, but maybe that one's taken over. I didn't look into it that much. What is over in there? Oh, those tunnels. We must explore those tunnels one day. But anyways, they've never crossed 800,000 Mexican freetails at Carlsbad, and here there's 1.5 million. So there's nearly twice as many here than there's ever been at Carlsbad. What a trip. All right, guys. All right, well, we're getting entirely too lucky coming through here, because I've just had a little bit of weed. I don't know how bad the dagger board's fouled, but we're on a nice, man, if we could catch this coming back through, we'll all be so stoked, so I don't have to paddle this and deal with these weeds. But yeah, it's kind of neat. I'll tight navigating. Cruising through. What a treat. What a treat. It's kind of fun. Not about the size of the ship, it's the size of your ocean. And this one, we're working on navigating all of it. What a hoot. Sailing right under a big city. So the wind's kind of shifted to a headwind, which will be good for getting out of here. But sometimes it puts me on a reach, or it's giving me catabatic. So I don't know, but it's shallow as schnot. But look at these little flowers that are down here. That's pretty cool. Oh no, it's what we don't want to get onto a lee shore here, because it's trying to blow me lee. I might have to ditch you guys here and actually sail. But I just wanted to show you this pretty little spot, these pretty little ducks. I can make a half a headway by doing this. There we go, there's some wind. Maybe it's catabatic off there, but cool, get us out of there. The lee shore is about the scariest thing for a sailor. Because, yeah, things happen in a hurry. And the wind's so switchy. It's like half my sail is going one way, half the sail is going the other way. The winds are just so dicey in here. But there we go, off and away again. But that was a pretty little spot. But like I said, it's gonna make it for interesting getting back through depending on the winds. Now, the goal is where that crowd is up there, a quarter mile or so. We'll see how it looks. It looks like all that choppy, brisk water. If I see that, there's a big flat spot by the big, tall buildings. So that's what I'm not excited about. As long as I stay in wind, I'll keep going. It's only supposed to build till about 3 o'clock today, so that'll be good. And no direction changes, so yeah, pretty consistent here. But anyways, we are back and underway. Yeehaw. Taking through some bridges. Downtown Austin, Texas sailing. What a trip, y'all. What a trip. Started to make, oh, there we go. Yeah. That's probably near about full speed right there. 5.5 knots. Like I said, I saw 5.5 knots on my little navionics thing. But anyways, I want to get back to sailing, y'all. So, howdy. So I found a neat little bridge to tie up under, and there was actually something to actually tie up to, which is nice. I'm going to try to do something weird. The last bridge on the other side actually had dock cleats under it, which blew my mind. So we'll make that stop next time. But anyways, there's our shade-free, or sun-free, shady spot for the day. All right, guys. Tally ho. So getting back through here has really proved to be a challenge. Because of all the weeds, the winds are like ultra shifty. I've been bouncing back and forth in these weed piles and clearing the rudder and dagger every time I can. But unfortunately, like, the wind's dead down the channel, so it makes it a fight just to go anywhere. I'm trying to cut as hard as I can into the wind and still keep steerage and not slip too far sideways. Like right now, I'm gonna ditch the camera. We're about ready to run into these weeds. Downturn for a second, sheet in. The reason why I turned downwind is to gain that last little bit of speed I can, and then sheet all the way out. Now I'm on the lee side, which is sketch in case I get a good gust. But I learned something a moment ago, is it was like dead under the bridge back there. So I pulled the dagger board up, pulled the rudder up, figured it's not going to do nothing too crazy. Just patch of weeds right here, like right, and I can't make headway to get above it, so I got to sail under it, which means like this whole tack I gained like 10 feet up a river. Yeehaw. But anyways, yeah, I was up on the bows, all the weight was, the stern was actually out of the water, shackles up there, whatever I was doing, and I was paddling. And while I was doing that, the gust of wind hot us, spin us around real good. Kind of a weird broach thing. We did beyond the 180. Spun us around. I thought we were all going swimming for a second, but I threw myself COG, got the weight down, and then climbed back, got the rudder in the water, so I had steerage, and then at that point I was able to gain control again. But yeah, so I need to figure out a better way to paddle from the back here, or be able to lock the rudder off like solid in a position and then build a paddle or do something. I don't know yet. But yeah, it's been quite a challenge to get this last. It's one bridge right in front of us, twos are arrow, thirds are the one that we were down there chilling. It's probably been an hour to get this far. We've just been just tacking back and forth. So anyways, just making the headway that we can. Once we get past about where that kayak is, definitely by that bridge, we should be golden. Plenty fine. But anyways, we're just stuck here in irons. I'm trying to turn downwind. There we go. Get a little boat speed going. Once I got a little speed going, I could sheet in just a little, try to grab some of that air. Not too much because I'm stalling it. And I'm trying to get I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get enough where I get steerage way. See, I'm slipping pretty heavy sideways right now. This tells me we're weeded up. Oh yeah. Cut back over here. And just continue this battle. So that's what we're doing, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna clear some weeds later. Alright, so I stopped at the overpriced lunch spot. Got an overpriced beer and bagel, $14 plus, the necessity gratuity that they hit you with, the guilt-tuity. There we go. But anyways, it's kind of a little fresh. So it's kind of being a brisk. At first it was kind of but now like we're tacking dead into the wind. The wind's running like right down the water here. But when we can pick it up, I can pull it pretty close. I'm probably pulling 45, maybe 50 degrees off the wind when it's breezing. So it's actually kind of fun. You can see they're drifting decently in the wind. So yeah, it's a fun little ride home. I'm quite enjoying myself.